The city glowed like a restless ocean of lights. Cars streaked across the avenue, horns shot through the air, and neon signs flickered like impatient heartbeats. Inside the towering glass building of Axton Enterprises, a man stood alone on the top floor, staring at the darkening skyline like he owned every piece of it. If this moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Sunrise TV for more heartfelt stories. Heartfelt, Ryan Axton, CEO, billionaire, known for being cold, unshaken, and impossible to reach. Tonight was supposed to be like every other night. Deal reports, late meetings, unanswered calls from family, and a loneliness he never admitted. But fate had other plans for him, waiting in the street below like a quiet storm. The revolving doors of the building rotated slowly as Ryan stepped out, adjusting the cufflinks on his black suit. His driver rushed forward to open the car door of the sleek Mercedes. But then, a tiny hand tugged on his coat. "Sir?" He turned, annoyed. At first he saw nothing, then he looked down. A small girl, maybe 7 or 8, stood trembling in a threadbare pink dress. Dust streaked her cheeks. Her hair was tied loosely, as if someone had rushed to do it in the morning. Her brown eyes were red and swollen. She swallowed hard, voice cracking. "Sir, my mom isn't waking up." Ryan froze. People often approached him, but for autographs, money, business favors. Never like this. Never with a whisper that carried fear so pure it stabbed straight into the chest. The girl wiped her nose with her small hand. "Please, please come with me. I don't know what to do. She fell and she won't open her eyes." Her lips quivered. She pressed her fists tightly together like someone trying to be brave even though the world was falling apart. Ryan blinked. He could have walked away. He could have told the driver to take her to a police station. He could have told her it wasn't his problem. But something inside him cracked. "Where is she?" he asked quietly. The girl grabbed his hand. "Come, hurry." The girl led him through narrow streets, broken pathways, and dimly lit alleys. His polished shoes stepped into puddles, dust, and mud. His driver tried to follow, but Ryan lifted a hand. "Stay, I'll go alone." The girl looked back at him repeatedly, as if afraid he would disappear. "What's your name?" Ryan asked. "Lily." "And your mother?" "Maya. She works a lot. Sometimes she gets dizzy, but today she just fell." Lily's voice cracked and she choked back a sob. Ryan's heart tightened. It reminded him of another child, a boy he once used to be. A boy who also tried to wake up a mother who never woke again. He swallowed the memory down like poison. They reached a worn-out apartment building. The paint peeled like old scars, and the stair railing shook under the slightest touch. "Here," Lily whispered, pushing open a half-broken wooden door. The room inside was small and barely lit. A single bulb flickered above. On the thin mattress on the floor lay a woman. Pale, still, unresponsive. Her hair spread across the pillow like black silk. Her hand hung limply off the mattress. Her breathing was shallow, barely visible. For the first time in years, Ryan's breath hitched. "Mom, please wake up," Lily whispered, kneeling beside her. Ryan moved quickly. He touched the woman's wrist, cold but not lifeless. He pressed 2 fingers to her neck, a faint pulse. Relief washed through him, but it was thin, too thin. "When did she fall?" he asked. "A little while ago," Lily said, tears spilling again. "She said she felt dizzy, then she just dropped. I tried shaking her, I screamed, but no one listened. Then I saw you coming out of the big shiny building, and I hoped." Her voice broke. Ryan stood abruptly. "She needs a hospital, now." He lifted Maya in his arms. She was light, too light. like someone who had been skipping meals for her child. Lily followed, holding the edge of Ryan's coat. "Hospital," Ryan ordered, voice sharp with urgency. The driver sped through traffic. Inside the car, Lily held her mother's fingers, whispering prayers through tears. Ryan watched her. Every whisper dug deeper inside him. Finally, the car screeched to a halt at the emergency entrance. Doctors rushed out. A stretcher appeared. Nurses checked her pulse, oxygen, blood pressure. She was wheeled away in seconds. Lily tried to run after the gurney, but Ryan knelt and held her shoulders gently. "They're helping her," he said softly. "We need to wait here." Her little chest rose and fell in fast breaths. She clutched his shirt. "Don't leave, please." Ryan's throat tightened. Minutes turned into an hour. An hour turned into 2. Lily sat curled on the chair, head resting on Ryan's arm. Exhaustion had dragged her into a restless sleep. A doctor finally approached. Ryan stood. "Her condition?" he asked. The doctor sighed. "She fainted due to severe exhaustion, malnutrition, low blood sugar, and stress. She's been overworking herself far beyond her capacity." Ryan clenched his jaw. "She's stable now," the doctor continued, "but she needs rest, medication, and proper food. She will recover, but only if her life becomes easier." Lily stirred awake. "Is she okay?" she whispered. The doctor smiled gently. "Yes, you can see her soon." Ryan watched Lily collapse into silent tears of relief. And something inside him softened, so deeply he felt it in his bones. 3 hours later, they entered Maya's room. She opened her eyes slowly. "Lily?" she whispered, voice fading like a broken melody. Lily ran forward and hugged her tightly, sobbing into her chest. Maya stroked her hair weakly. "I'm okay, baby. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you." Ryan stepped closer, unsure what to say. Maya looked up at him, confused, vulnerable, and embarrassed. "Sir, I don't know what happened. I must have troubled you." "You didn't," Ryan said softly. "Your daughter saved your life." Maya's eyes filled with tears. "I couldn't even give her a good life. Now this." "You're alive," Ryan said. "That is everything." Maya looked at Lily, brushing her cheek. "I wish I were stronger." Lily shook her head fiercely. "You're the strongest mommy in the whole world." Outside the room, Ryan stared at the city skyline through the hospital window. His past hovered behind him like a shadow. His own mother, overworked, exhausted, starving herself so he could eat, had collapsed one night. He was the one who whispered, "Mom isn't waking up." He was the one who waited for help that came too late. That memory had shaped him, twisted him into a man who believed weakness had no place in this world. But here, now, watching Lily and Maya, he realized something. He had built wealth, companies, skyscrapers, but he had forgotten people. He walked back into their room. Maya looked at him nervously. "I can't pay the hospital bill," she said quietly. "Please, just let me work it off. I'll do anything. Cleaning, cooking, anything you need." Ryan raised a hand. "You're not paying anything." Her eyes widened. "Sir, I can't accept." "You can," he said firmly, "and you will." She stared, speechless. Then he knelt beside Lily. "You were very brave," he said. "You saved your mother's life. And I want to make sure both of you never face something like this again." Lily blinked. "How?" Ryan looked at Maya. "You'll work for me, not as a cleaner, not as a cook. I'll find you a position at the headquarters, a proper position, stable hours, good pay, health insurance, a home." Maya covered her mouth, tears streaming. "Why?" she whispered. "Because," Ryan said softly, "your daughter reminded me of someone I used to be." The next morning, sunlight warmed the hospital room. Lily was coloring on a paper the nurse had given her. Maya sat propped up on pillows, looking healthier already. Ryan entered with breakfast trays. Real breakfast, not the leftover pieces Lily was used to sharing with her mother. Lily grinned. "Sir, you came back," she replied. "I said I would," he replied. Maya watched him with soft, unsure eyes. "You've done so much," she murmured. "How can we ever repay you?" Ryan looked at her and smiled gently, a smile he hadn't used in years. "Live. Take care of yourself. Take care of her. That's all the repayment I need." A week later, Maya walked into Axton Enterprises not as a desperate woman, but as a new employee. Lily started attending a good school. They moved into a small but safe apartment arranged by Ryan's team. Life began to rebuild itself, slowly, beautifully. And Ryan, for the first time in years, he